All the guns you'll be seeing today are available on solware.co.uk, based in Tamworth. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are doing the unboxing, or in this case as it is, the unbagging of one of our new guns. This is the Reximex Ixia. Now, I usually do this at a table, as you know. People are saying that they can't really see the distinctions on the gun that I'm pointing out, so I've tried this in a different way today, using our bench that we usually use for the shooting. Now, there's a few distinct things about the Reximex Ixia that you need to know. First of all, you've got a 425cc bottle, which gives you a hell of a lot of shots, so that's a great start straight away for people who like a little bit of, shall we say, not filling up so often. Right. As you can see here, there's a recess there, and that recess would have been for this to have a power adjustment dial on. Being as this is sub 12 foot-pound, it's been taken away by Reximex. Now, other things with this gun is not new. It's from one of our subscribers actually, who I've never obviously reviewed a Reximex Ixia, and he needed a bullpup, so I swapped him for one of my bullpup rifles for this. And Deacon, this is your old gun, mate, and this is the review on it. Anyway, carrying on, a few little unusual quirks with this gun. First of all, as you can see here, you've got the trigger and it won't move. That's because when I click that down there at the bottom of the trigger, I don't know if you can see that, that is actually the safety on this, so that's quite unusual. If it's closed up and you've got the full trigger guard in place, that's safe. If I click that down, then the trigger will move, look, and it's ready to fire. Now, I am going to swing the gun round shortly and do it from the other side, so there's other things there that you can see. Firstly, I'm just going to cock the gun backwards and take this out. Now, I've ordered 2 magazines for these. These ones are rather worn, so I am going to get 2 new magazines for it. But as you will see, it loads that way on. Now, Reximex's was usually lowered with the flat bottom on the bottom, and it's straight in with the ball that way. These load actually the other way around, with the ball end going in first and upside down. So again, quite unusual for a Reximex. This gun as well, when I turn it around to the side, you will see it's got 2 manometers, because it's regulated. One is for actually its fill pressure, and one is for the power that's coming out of the regulator. Now, there's not much really more to say on this side, except as you can see here when this moves, look, that is how the loading mechanism works. Rather smooth, nicely connects, no problems at all. Right, I'm going to turn it round and we'll do things from the other side, and I'll show you exactly where things lie. Okay then, we're from this way on now. As you can see, there's lots of markings for saying what the pressure is all over the gun. Is there a little bit of overkill? I'm not quite sure. Right, firstly, this first dial here, manometer, that is your actual pressure that's in the gun. This second one, as I say, is your regulator. As you can see, marked S and F, that's for that safety catch there that's on the bottom. As you can see again from this side, the blanking plate's still there, where they've taken the actual power regulator away. Now, there's 2 power regulator knobs on this gun. There's one here and there's one here. They're both set to max, because I've always been a great believer, if it's sub 12 foot-pound, there's not really much reason to mess with those at all. But yeah, you got 2 on there, and apparently that'll fetch it down from, this is usually about 11.5 foot-pounds of pressure gun, it'll drop it down to 6 if you drop both of those knobs down to the lowest setting. Cocking arm, nice and smooth, as you can see, no problems there at all, nicely done. One nice thing about this gun, you can see I've already fitted a scope to this, but it's a dual rail. There's 11 to 12 dovetail on there, and you can also use the Picatinny. Your Picatinny, however, on the bottom, that is just it, you have Picatinny, there's no other option there, so you'll need a bipod with a Picatinny fitting. Nicely stippled hand grip. It looks very, very futuristic, does the gun. There's a silencer being added to this, and that is a Hogan decimeter on there, so this gun is ready to crack really. All I need to do was put a scope on it and it's ready to go. But yeah, it's an interesting gun, the Ixia. A lot of little, like, shall we say, little quirks about it. I mean, I think that safety is probably the only one I've ever seen like that, and obviously the way the magazine loads is backwards to normal with any other Reximex. This has had a little bit of camo wrap around the shroud. Now, whether that stays on there or not, I've not quite decided just yet, but I did take a few of the covers off. Now, the filler port on this gun goes under there. Now, that would usually just have a little bit of yellow rubber on it to protect dust from going into there. This, however, has got an aftermarket proper fitting cap for it, which I think is a great idea than the little yellow bit of rubber they give you to stick over that, so that's a nice idea. And that was done before I had the gun, so that's down to Deacon putting that on there for us. But yeah, I think that's a nice little touch. Nothing really more that I can add about this gun at the moment. It's just that, like as I say, it's quite a quirky little gun. I'm hoping that it shoots as well as it looks. Whether it will or not sure yet, but we'll see. But yeah, it's been barrel cleaned, it's ready to rock and roll. I'm just going to wait now. I've ordered 2 new magazines for it. The 2 magazines, I think it's due to the unusual way that it loads, have both been cracked and don't fit into the recess very well, so I've ordered 2 new ones of those to go with it. And obviously once those come, we'll get some pellet testing done, and then we'll get it out there for its test and review. With this gun, being as we've got the JSB range in at the moment, and there's other pellets about, I might actually use a 10 pellet test on this. It might be a little bit longer, but obviously if you own a Reximex, you do want to know what's going to work with it, don't you? This is a 177, so this will be all tested with 177 pellets. I might even throw in there the slug, the knockout slug by JSB, just to see whether it can fire them or not. But that'll be in our next video, coming very shortly. Thank you all for watching, ladies and gentlemen. This was the unboxing, or unbagging as it would have been, of the Reximex Ixia, and just showing you its little fourballs and little things that it's got that are quite strange. But it'll be nice to get this out there now and just see how it can test with pellets and perform in its test and review. Thank you all for watching. Bye bye now.